Welcome back to EDC For Beginners, the podcast where we help you navigate the world of everyday carry without hype, confusion, or information overload. I'm Mikey from MikeyDailyCarry, and whether you're carrying your first pocket knife, building your first EDC setup, or just curious what all this gear talk is about, you're in the right place. Let's get into today's episode. One of the most common questions beginners ask is, what should I actually carry every day? And honestly, it's a great question. When people first discover EDC, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You see pocket dumps online with knives, flashlights, multi-tools, notebooks, pry bars, watches, wallets, key organizers, challenge coins, and all kinds of gear. Then you start wondering if you're supposed to carry all that stuff too. The answer is no. In fact, I think the best way to start is by carrying less. Let's start with what I call the foundation. That's your phone, your wallet, your keys. 3 items that are always a part of most people's everyday carry. After that, I would strongly consider adding a pen. And I know it sounds boring, but you'd be surprised how often pens come in handy. Signing paperwork, writing notes, jotting down a phone number, making a quick list, signing receipts. A good pen is one of the most practical EDC items you can carry. This one right here happens to be one of my favorites. This is the Big Eye Design dual side click. I'll actually have a link down in the description below where you can get a discount off this too. But a good pen is one of those most practical EDC items you could carry. Once you've gotten comfortable with that, the next items I'd consider are like a flashlight and a pocket knife. Not because they're cool, not because they're trendy, but because they're useful. A flashlight helps you see things. Your phone flashlight just doesn't handle particularly well. This light right here is the Olight Arc Pro. It's an absolute favorite of mine because it has a lot of things in one flat tool. And so you have a laser, you have a UV light, you have a spotlight, and you have a floodlight. And it has my logo. Everything I go over, I'll make sure I link down in the description below. A light like this sits on my Tail of Knives MPU, which just rests on my hip. It's a set it and forget it type of setup. A knife helps with everyday tasks like opening packages, breaking down boxes, cutting zip ties, and countless other small jobs. We'll actually dive deeper into those niches in future episodes. But honestly, when it comes to knives, like you can start with a $10 Ozark Trail knife from Walmart. Again, we'll dive into that in future episodes. But here's where I want to save beginners from making a mistake. Don't start buying gear just because somebody else carries it. Buy gear because it solves a problem for you. I can't tell you how many times I bought something because it looked cool online to realize I didn't actually need it. That's part of the journey. But if I were to go back and give young Mikey advice, it would be this. Start simple, carry your gear, use your gear, then figure out what's missing. Over time, your EDC will naturally evolve. Mine certainly has. There were times when I carried more gear than I do today. There were times when I carried less as my job changed, as I became a husband, as I became a father. My EDC changed too. And that's exactly how it should work. Your carry should grow and evolve with your life, not the other way around. So if you're wondering what should be in your pockets, start here. Phone, wallet, keys, pen. Then slowly add tools that solve real problems for your daily routines. Because the goal isn't to fill your pockets. The goal is to make your life easier. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and follow EDC For Beginners. And if you're looking for product reviews, unboxings, bag breakdowns, and all things everyday carry, make sure you follow my main channel, MikeyDailyCarry. Until next time, carry what works for you. Peace out. Walk.